Okay.
Woo, hit a root. This is the first time I'm doing this on this soil, so it's kind of compacted considering there used to be a house back here and they went through with heavy equipment to build the house. So there's a compaction pan down there, but over time the biology is built up on top and there's a good layer of soil, and this has been forest soil with pine falling constantly for 15 years. So it is compacted further down a little bit, but on the top it's really nice. And there was a good humus layer, but I scratched it back. Or a good mulch layer on top, but I scratched that back so we could get down to the humus layer, down to the topsoil. And I'm going to be throwing some seeds out. Some of them need to be covered, like there's some soybeans that they need to be covered with soil. You can't just throw them on top, at least the ones I've got. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is throwing them out, and then I'm going to get some soil that we've got from the back that we pulled out of digging an irrigation ditch several years ago. So it's piled up next to the ditch. So I'm going to take that soil, because it's not very good at the moment. It's basically just been sitting in a mound, and it's very compacted on top, and the water's been running off, and it's just basically white sand on top at this point with a crust. So not a lot of moisture in there. So I'm going to take that soil and just kind of sprinkle it on top to cover the seeds, and that way hopefully the biology that we've put around here with compost tea and with actual compost is going to bring back the soil so we can really get some things going here. I'm really excited, guys. This is great, and thanks for joining me. This is my meadow creature that I just got. It's a broad fork, and it makes adding interstitial space to the soil very easy. So this is a very sturdy, very well-built tool. This is worth the money. I feel like this is going to be around for a really long time, but I'm not tilling the soil, I'm not mixing it, I'm just adding air down in there to get that interstitial space so the water can get down and we can hopefully get some biology I'm going to put around here in a minute. I've got some mycorrhizae inoculant, some mycos if you're familiar, but you see all these roots around on the soil from scratching back. So that mycorrhizae is going to, all it needs to do is touch roots within 4 hours basically of a tree that has mycorrhizae relationships, and pine trees do. So pine is one of the things that is in the wood wide web. Lots of things are, but and I'm sure there's probably plenty of mycorrhizae down here already. And really, I don't think it's even, we probably don't even need to do it, but it always helps to get biodiversity. So maybe the species I've got are different than the ones down here, and maybe they're better for growing the trees that I've got. So I haven't looked into matching exact species except with blueberries. So behind Jess here, behind the camera, is some azaleas, and those azaleas, those are the same family of plants, the same type of plants, the same soil anyway, soil biology. So, we're planting blueberries around the azaleas because they're already established. So this is going to be a really good opportunity to see just how indigenous microorganisms can help bring a plant that we're planting that wasn't grown with indigenous microorganisms. I think they were grown with fertilizer, but we're going to see just how fast we can get them to grow, honestly. But that's the trick, guys. If Jess turns around, you can see all the plants that we're going to be planting. And that's our mission today. So I hope you're doing well. This is Tom with Permaculture Wilmington.